Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Potty Training Without Pressure, and I am the Potty Training Professor. So today we are going to get started. We're going to have some parents come up into the box and ask some questions, probably burning questions that they've been anxious to ask for a long time now, but now you have the opportunity. So everybody's going to get an opportunity to ask me one question at a time, one question per parent. And keep in mind that this is only one question that you're able to ask. But if you can imagine asking unlimited questions that you have, there is opportunity to do that. Because I have an upcoming workshop coming up, which is virtual. So everybody can join. And you will get an hour, maybe an hour and a half with me. If you can only imagine. Who can imagine spending an hour with me and getting time to ask your unlimited questions so that you can get more insight and a true and clear understanding on the potty training process? If only that were the case, but it is. So take every opportunity that you can to get the information to find out about the virtual workshop that's coming up January 31st, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is your opportunity. This is your year. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you are tired of trying to figure this out on your own, and you're upset and all over the place because you just don't know what you're doing, that's why you need to be at the workshop. That's why you need to be at the workshop. So y'all come on in, because we don't always have the opportunity to be able to ask questions. This is your opportunity. So remember, one question per parent, because the queue is going to build up quite quickly. That was a lot of cues. Quite quickly. And we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity. Because trust and believe, once this ball gets rolling, everybody's going to have a question. So we want to make sure that we are getting opportunities for everybody. Some people do not see me until the first time when I go live. So we want to make sure that they get an opportunity to know me, and people will be able to hear the banter, the dialogue, and the conversations, and just to see how it goes. Typically, what would a workshop look like? What would a one-on-one coaching session look like? You had your first poop on the potty? Okay, yes. We got to make some noise for it. Definitely got to make some noise for it. We're going to celebrate all the wins. We're going to celebrate all the wins. That's what it's about. That keeps your momentum up. That keeps your energy up, your positive outlook up, all of that stuff. If you do have a question, you are able to come up into the box to ask me your one question so that you can get a clear dialogue. Some of you may be filtered from typing into the chat, but that's why you have the opportunity today to come up and to hit the request button so that you can come up into the box. Now, what do you require to be able to come up into the box? What I was told is you have to have your bio, something written in your bio, and I'm not sure, but it's possible that you need at least 100 followers. I could be wrong, but you won't know until you click that request box. So that way you won't have to keep typing. You can come up in the box, I can answer your question, and you can move forward, and everything is everything. So, babes, are you able to come up into the box and click the request button? Because that's what's going on today. That's what's going on today. We're getting some questions answered. Thank you. I appreciate that, McGregor. Yes, watching those videos and getting progress. That's the goal. That is the goal. Some parents are wishing that they could be where you are. They are wishing. So do me a favor. If you have questions, that's what that request box is for. Click the button. Push the button. Come up into the box. Don't be intimidated. You get one question. You ask your question, and I'm going to send you on your merry way. But at least you'll have that question that's been in your mind for the longest, and you can get it answered. We're waiting to connect. For those of you who are just joining via audio. Oh, it's still connecting. Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for hitting that follow button. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. I appreciate that, McGregor. I appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning. If you have any concerns about your child pooping on the toilet, I have multiple poop hack videos. That's why I create those, because there's different methods that you can try for your child. If your child is withholding or just having difficulty going. Number two, I have about maybe 6 or 7 poop hack videos. Good morning. Good morning. So what we're doing here today is you all have opportunities to ask me your question via the request box. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be a certain amount of people that are going to get on here, and it's going to be very difficult for me to keep up with the questions and read in the chat. So take your opportunity and come up into the box. You get one question per parent. You want the rest? You got it invest. Good morning. Good morning. Are we there? Did I get butt dialed?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I didn't know if that worked. So my daughter is 100% ready to potty. But she holds her poop. Like she is so petrified of the toilet. Like we've tried rewards, or just, telling her, not asking her. She will tell me, Mommy, I need a diaper to poop. I'm like, we're kind of lost on what to do. And she's 3.5. Like we're struggling.
Well, let me ask you, are you using underwear?
Yes.
And how often are you taking her to the bathroom?
We originally started by setting a timer, but now she gets up and goes by herself when she goes pee. It's just the pooping. She will come up to me because we put her in a pull up at nighttime still. She'll say, I need a pull up. And now she's holding it at nighttime. We put her in pull up. Literally 5 minutes later, she's pooped in it. She's just waiting. She's so scared. We've only got her to go one time, and we celebrated, give her a reward, like good job, good job, good job. But I don't understand why she's scared to. She's not scared to pee in the potty, but she will not go number 2 in the potty.
Well, what I would recommend is you might want to refrain from using those rewards, because as you can see, it's not working. It's not sustainable. Number 2, children have a trust issue with their bodies when it comes to poop, which is why sometimes they hold it. But I have several different poop hack videos that you can watch in my content. The number one solution that I want to say the most popular one that I have talked about is creating a poop tent. Some children need a little sense of a little bit of privacy in order to poop. So if you create some type of a tent where she can be shielded from anybody's eyes for a period of time, she might be comfortable enough to release.
Okay, is that just on your TikTok page? I'm sorry, just now joining. I just saw you this morning, first time.
Yes, I have several of those videos right here on my TikTok.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed.
I mean, same for that one. I do have a question. My daughter is 3, and this past weekend, we woke up one evening, and we took her to the potty, and she pottied. I'm a nurse, so I did the tricks, like having her blow in the straw to kind of help her relax on the potty, and I think it worked perfect. The next 2 days, she was going to the potty on her own. Like, she would literally disappear, and we'd go, and she would be in the bathroom using the potty on her own. And at night, of course, we were putting pull-ups on her because, hey, we were just starting, so I'm not trusting her to hold it over the night. Her first day back to daycare, and she pees on herself. And I was kind of figuring that it might happen, especially if she got to daycare. It was a lot more going on compared to her being home. She's the only child. So it was just kind of us. And I mean, of course she was playing, but any tips on trying to, I don't know, get her to use the potty at daycare as well? I don't want it to backtrack because we've been trying to work on pottying, and then it was like a light switch this past weekend, and she was going on her own. And now,
Well, you've asked a very valuable question. I will say, one, I assume, is your child wearing underwear?
yes.
Okay, and you said that this process of her going to the bathroom has been how long?
Well, I had been trying not to put too much pressure on it, like at home, like especially if we're home on the weekends, I would let her kind of run around. Some days I'd let her run around butt naked with nothing on, and then some days I would let her wear the underwear while she's home. But this started this weekend, and I mean, it was like a light switch just flipped, and she was literally getting up and going to the bathroom on her own, and we were just putting underwear on her. And I sent her to daycare yesterday with underwear on her as well.
So let me ask you this. Was there any prior conversation with the child care staff that she would be coming into the child care facility with the underwear?
Yep, I talked to. Yeah, she goes to at-home daycare, so it's really small. There's only like 5 kids that go there, and they're all around the same age, so they're all pottying and stuff. And so I talked to her, and I told her I was going to send her with like regular underwear on, and she said she had like asked her to go to the potty like twice before she went in the corner and kind of like just peed in her pants.
Well, one thing that I will say is a lot of times when we start the potty training process at home, I always suggest for parents to give it at least 2 weeks before we are trying to bridge that gap with somebody else taking over that process.
Okay.
The second thing is it is a different environment, as you already stated, in comparison to home. So she has different activities to do. There's different children around. The environment is different for her to uphold that routine. So in my opinion, I think that transition happened a little too quick. I appreciate them being willing to assist you, but I think that routine should have been a little more established at home, in my opinion, about 2 weeks before they would be able to help you bridge that gap.
I know I told my husband, because daycare was closed for the week of like Christmas or whatever. I told my husband, I was like, oh, I wish she would have started pottying like the weekend that she first got out of daycare, because then that would have been a whole week of us just working. But I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to keep her motivated when she's at home, to keep her on the routine of like, let's go to the potty. But I just didn't know if there was anything recommended while she was there.
Yeah, I probably would just, if she's not doing too horrible at the center and they're willing to help, you can continue what you're doing. But if it's getting to be too much because they are in group care, then I would dial it back for the expectations for them to assist you and go ahead and continue what you're doing for at least 2 weeks at home.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are doing our recording for our podcast. This is Potty Training Without Pressure. And if you have a question that you've been dying to ask, you might have been watching me for a short time. You might have been watching me for a long time, but you've always wanted to ask a question. Maybe you've been filtered, because sometimes that happens in the chat. So this is your opportunity to come up into the box, 1 question per parent, and we're going to get you your question answered and send you on your way. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, excellent. Thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm calling in because my daughter is 2 years and 9 months. She is fully potty trained at home, in daycare, and at my parents'. She'll get up, use the restroom. She's in underwear, the whole 9. The thing I'm coming up to now is when I'm out with her shopping, or, running errands, going to get lunch, she will not use the restroom out. Whether it's an automatic toilet or not, a private stall or a big restroom, she's too scared. And she'll have accidents. So I did set up a little potty in my trunk, and I just was wondering if that was the right move. I don't want her to kind of backtrack and feel like she can't go pee, but every time we try when we're out, it's a screaming issue. So
I think you're making the right decision with the portable potties. That was exactly
Okay.
what I would have recommended. That is going to be the number one way to keep her on track is using a portable potty.
Okay, because I didn't want that to feel like, all right, you don't have to use the bathroom out, and I didn't want that, but all right, cool. That's great. Thank you.
You can try to scale it back a little bit to see if she's, eventually will try it. Like, all right, let's try to use the public bathroom. If there's a absolute refusal, then I would just go, okay, we'll use the portable potty. So I would try it every now and then just to try to see
Okay.
if she's up for it. But yeah, keep that portable potty on you. It's part of your essential bag that you pack for Armageddon.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome to the live. As I am trying to scan the chat as best as I can, one of my moderators is in here. She is pinning information for you all. I do have an upcoming workshop coming up. So if you only get one question to ask today, or you don't get a question to ask today, there's an opportunity in the upcoming workshop where you can ask unlimited questions. But just keep in mind, one thing that I would not advise you all to do is send me DMs, because I do not coach from DMs. I coach when people book individual sessions with me. As you can imagine, I get tons and tons of DMs. So I do not coach from the comments or coach from DMs. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
I'm hanging in there.
All right.
I have RSV right now and I'm pregnant. I am in the middle of training, potty training my 2-year-old daughter, and I wanted to know, if I stop for a little bit, is she going to regress? Or am I going to be able to go back into it?
Well, let me ask you this. How far along are you?
About 2 months. She isn't really pooping in the potty. She pooped the first time I ever put her on. I think it was just a little bit of a coincidence. But my husband's kind of taking over, but he's only with her a little bit. So I'm just nervous that she's going to regress a little bit.
Well, unfortunately, there's this. When a new baby makes their arrival, as though they are blessings, they can have the high possibility to cause regression in newly potty trained children. So even though you have a good 7 months to get some training going on, you can. I just want to advise you that the possibility is to let you know that the regression is very high. So it's a possibility that it might not happen, but there's a very high possibility that regression can happen. So you have the time to get it done, but if regression happens, then you're aware of why. So you won't feel, too confused about what is going on. She was doing this great, and then when the baby got here, just as long as you know that new babies that is the top 5 reasons for regression.
That makes sense. I think my goal was to try to get her trained before the new baby's here. She'll be a little older than 2.5 once the baby's here, but she definitely knows I'm pregnant and is kind of fighting it even now. So
yeah, my advice to you is, if you know in your heart that you're not wanting to deal with regression, I would just say to wait until the new baby is at least 6 months. I know it's not the news that we're looking to hear, but I think that'll put you in a better position to kind of move forward and being able to be consistent and keep that progress. So I would just wait.
okay, because she'll be older than 3 at that point, and you get a lot of outside pressure from grandparents and
Oh yeah.
everyone making comments, and it's just a lot,
Oh yeah. Well, tell them this. Their stats and their suggestions, although they can be helpful to others, it might not be helpful to you. But I will say this: I do not know the age of your grandparents, but I know that they might be aware of the timeline that before diaper companies were invented, the average age for children was 18 months. And because of the diaper companies coming into our lives and encouraging us to wait until they're ready and things like that, that is a lot of times the reasons why. We have other outside factors, but those are the reasons why children are typically older now when they're wearing diapers.
Yeah, it's all a money thing.
Yes. So, and it's been hard for all of us. I have been included in those stats. So just remind them of that it hasn't, and then life is life, and you are carrying life. So we got to give you some slack.
Thank you. I needed that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want you all to keep in mind that my moderators work very, very hard, and they are an extension of myself. So please be respectful down there in that chat, because everybody here, I hope, have come for a reason to try to get something in any type of fashion from me or the community in the group. So just be respectful, and then you just might get what you need. But please don't be disrespectful to the moderators, because again, they're an extension of ourselves, of myself. And I'm trying to get who's next in the queue. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Good. My question is, my baby will be 2 on the 17th. We already started potty training. I start like at 1, just sitting her on a potty. But she screams instead of telling me she needs to go poop. She or she would hit my leg. But I'm like, well, what do you need? What do you need? And she'll be like, just Arr! So I just want to get her to say, Mommy, I need to go poop, instead of screaming to the top of her lungs. And I don't know what to do, because I don't know the difference between her tantrum because she lost a sock or something, or she got to poop.
Well, let me ask you this. How often are you taking her, and what is she wearing?
I take her, she's wearing a diaper.
Wait.
But she wears the 360 diapers. They're like
So it's a leak-proof device that we got going on.
Yeah.
So her frustration is coming from, she doesn't understand why you're putting her on the toilet.
Okay.
Because you're giving her two different messages. So when you're sitting her on the toilet, you're then telling her, first you're saying pee and poop in the toilet, right? Mm-hmm. That's the message that we're putting. And then you tell her, now go pee and poop in that as you see fit. And so there isn't any learning that's going on there, because you're giving her two different messages. And the second piece of that is, she's not going to be able to vocalize anything about what's going on with her body, because she's not experiencing anything different, because she's been wearing a diaper since she's been here.
Okay.
So there's nothing different that's going on except for the introduction of the toilet. But if we put her back in the pull-up or the diaper, we're giving her two different things to do. Use the toilet and go and pee and poop on yourself anytime you want to.
Okay.
So the goal is to teach her how to use the toilet. And in order to do that, you're going to have to introduce underwear so that she knows that is her new normal and that everything belongs in the toilet. But if you put her back in a diaper, the message is you can pee and poop on yourself anytime you want to.
Okay.
So she's not going to learn to communicate that until that training gets in order. She's not going to learn to communicate any cues and urges until you start showing her that.
Okay.
So we gotta get past the messy part of potty training and get down with those potty training underwear.
Okay. I got some. They've just been sitting in the closet. I guess they really waiting on me.
Yeah. That's about right. Time to pull them out. Time to blow the dust off the pack, and let's put it to good use. You're already partially there by getting her to go. Let's go ahead and put those underwear on, and let's get to the rest of it.
Yeah, she'll poop no problem, but she doesn't know how to say, "Mommy, poop." She just screams, and I'll be like,
she won't learn to do that until that routine starts routining.
Okay.
She's going to learn through the routine. So if she still has you as the trainer, she's not going to be able to vocalize it because she still has a trainer. So that trainer got to get the training before she can learn to tell you anything.
Okay. Well,
All
thank you.
right.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all all right out there?
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. So I'm in the same situation as the other girl, but my son is in underwear. He's 3, and he will not poop on the potty. And I bring him every half hour.
Well, what I'm going to suggest is for you to dial that time back to 60 minutes versus the 30.
Okay.
And I have multiple poop hack videos that you can choose from that one of them might work for you. The one that a lot of people have responded to is that poop tent video where you can create a certain level of privacy for your child to get them comfortable enough to poop. Or you can try the poop sprinkles video where if you're telling the child if they poop in the toilet, they're able to sprinkle their poop when they're done.
Okay. Yeah, because he's been in underwear since Friday, and he's doing really good except for pooping. And he did poop in his underwear, and I made sure that I put the poop in the toilet to show him that's where it goes.
Yeah. So and it's fairly early. So if we just started under a week ago, if we're under that week, there's going to need to be it's still early. So in order to get him to understand, it being early is going to take some more time. But you can try those poop hacks that I mentioned. I have about 7 videos total that you can try and see which one works best for your child.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day, y'all. It's okay. We're going to make it through. We're going to get through the weekend. This is not going to take us out. I promise you. Good morning.
Good morning. So
How are
sorry.
you?
I'm also in the process of putting my daughter on the toilet as we speak.
All
Um,
right now.
so she does well when we go to the stores or other friends' house. Yes, sweetie. Um, she does very well. She asks to go bathroom or she'll take herself. And um, yes, it's okay. um, but once we're home, she like completely forgets. We have a restroom and she'll just have accidents after accident. Um, and I have tried to sit with her and tell her, if you're scared, we can sit here or daddy can sit with you. But it's like she either forgets or just doesn't want to go at home.
Well, let me ask you this. Is she wearing underwear?
Yes.
And how often are you taking her to the bathroom?
About every hour, or I ask her on the hour.
So how long has this process been going on so far?
So I started potty training her back in June, and it was going great. And then it just kind of started backtracking around August.
So was there any changes that took place in that time frame?
I started babysitting a 4-year-old girl, and so there's been more playtime around there. But other than that, no.
I would just say sometimes children will respond to changes sometimes through their potty training, so we can experience regression in regards to that. The only thing I can suggest to you is, I mean, you're doing everything that I would recommend, but I wouldn't rely on her, even though it's been a couple of months.
Hmm.
I would get back to keeping that reminder system on your end until she gets back at it where she can kind of get back to doing it on her own. So I would definitely remind her every hour to go to the bathroom, and I wouldn't ask her.
Okay, and then I'm also trying to take away the what's it called? The pull up at nighttime because she doesn't wake up, she'll just go. Um, is there a way I could just start that process or just rip
If
off the
if
band-aid?
it's been 90 days of her keeping underwear dry during the day, I would go ahead and try to remove it. And
Okay.
if you experience accidents, it is perfectly fine for her to continue with pull ups at night. Children may have issues with nighttime up until they're 10 years old. So it's not a concern yet.
Okay.
So yeah, once it's been over 90 days, you can just go ahead and remove it and just protect your mattress.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Happy Wednesday. We're getting some questions answered. We're moving the needle a little bit. So you do have the opportunity to click the request box to come up and ask your one question per parent. And I'm going to do my best because as you all can see, I can't see the chat too great. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. My question for you today is I have an almost 3-year-old and I tried potty training him just after he turned 2. But a lot of things happened and he ended up regressing. I moved, I had a baby. There's so much that went on. Ever since the regression, we have tried to go back to the potty training with the undies and things like that. But he does go to daycare and his dad's and my house, and I don't know what everybody's doing. The school says that, they're helping him potty train. I don't know what he's doing on his dad's house, but at my house, he seems completely uninterested in it. It's like he's not fazed by the bathroom anymore, and I don't know how to get him back interested into it so we can really go back to the potty training process.
Well, you did mention several factors that definitely will affect potty training. You mentioned that you moved. You mentioned a new baby. Those two on its own are in the top 5 for reasons for regression for children in potty training. And you mentioned, and I want to make sure that I heard you correctly, is he in between 2 households?
Yes.
So we also want to make sure when we're trying to get back on track that both households are utilizing the same routine. Both should be using underwear. Both should be honoring the hourly time frame. And how long has it been since you started? Did you incorporate the childcare into the process?
How long has he been going to daycare?
How long has it been since you started the potty training process after you moved and experienced the regression? How long has it been since you have incorporated the childcare into the process?
I gave him a couple of months after the regression. He's been in childcare since he was a little over 1. But whenever I said that I was starting potty training at my house, they said that they were going to start potty training, and they put him in a different room that had a bathroom.
Okay, well,
So
I will tell you this. What I would do, and I know that they are assisting, I would have conversations with all parties. Conversations with the child care, conversation with the dad, so everybody can be on that same routine, because what is going to happen is exactly what you're experiencing. There are not going to be any secrets going on if you don't know what's going on at one house and if you're not entirely sure what they're doing at the child care. But it all should be mirrored.
Okay. Yeah, because he has
Is he wearing underwear at the child care center?
No, he doesn't wear He doesn't wear those there.
So then I wouldn't count them as helping.
Okay.
They might be putting them on the toilet, but they're not actually helping you bridge the gap. So if he's wearing underwear at home, do you know what he's wearing at dad's?
I think he's still wearing pull-ups there, but he says that he goes potty there.
So in order for this to work, everybody's going to have to use underwear. Everybody's going to have to be on the hourly time frame. I would advise you to wait until the child care center before he starts wearing underwear there. I would wait for that to happen. But at least between the 2 households, underwear and hourly are going to have to happen in order for it to move forward.
Okay. I'm going to try it. I really hope it works. I'm getting a lot of pressure from outside family saying that he's a little too old to be doing all this.
Oh, are they helping you potty train?
When he doesn't go to his dad's and they're watching him and stuff like that, they put him on the potty and stuff like that. They've just started the underwear thing,
because they're really trying to push him to go, and I guess they're tired of barking at me about it. So I'm like, I know I'm trying, but he just doesn't seem like he really wants to.
Well,
And
just keep
when
in
I asked the
mind that we
doctor
can't
about
take
it,
any breaks at all. Consistency is
yeah,
hourly, every day, all day.
okay, all right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, bye bye.
Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. If you do have a question, we are taking questions. One question per parent to come up in the box to ask your question. And I'm going to do what I do. Good morning. Good
Hi, sorry,
morning.
my Bluetooth was connected, so the goldfish song was playing.
How are
So
you?
I need to know if so I have a 4 month old and a 2 year old. My 2 year old has I feel like for the past 4 months, probably or maybe before his brother was born, he's been showing interest in potty training, and just recently he's been walking into the bathroom whenever we go in there because that's how we've been trying to show him, hey, this is where you go potty. And he's been walking into the bathroom and pulling his diaper down like he wanted to sit on the potty, but he hasn't been going. Is that a sign to move him to underwear, or maybe I don't
That's
know.
the only way anything's going to move forward is if you put him in underwear.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I got some.
Yes, go ahead and put him in underwear. But I would tell you this: I probably will wait 2 months since you have a 4-month-old. A lot of times, children regress when new babies come into the picture. So, in my opinion, I think when new babies are about 6 months old, it's a good safe mark to move forward with potty training.
Okay, we can do that. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's questions are helping you in some form or fashion. Keep in mind, when you're able to ask me one question, understand that we are only hitting the tip of the iceberg. In order for me to really assess your situation, naturally, I'm going to need a good hour. I'm going to need an hour. And you know where you can get that hour? Make sure you're paying attention to the pinned post because I have an upcoming virtual workshop. You can get into that class. Get down for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, because some parents have, we'll get into a Q&A session. And that is where I'm going to give you the sauce. That is where I can customize a plan for you. Some of you have already heard the different scenarios that's going on. There's 2-parent households, there's childcare facilities, there's relatives keeping children. There's different dynamics that are going to affect your child in the potty training process. There's things that you are going to need to understand that go along with the potty training process that you might not otherwise consider, right? I can tell you all day long, hourly and underwear, but if you do not understand all of the ins and outs that go along with this process, like not having the expectation of your child telling you that they need to go in the very beginning, those are the things can save your life. Trust and believe. Those are the things that can save your life.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good. I have a 2-year-old. She'll be 3 in April. I just started potty training 2 weeks ago, and I'm actually an in-home daycare provider. So shut down for Christmas break. I've been letting her walk around naked. Now I'm back open because Christmas is over. She's walking around naked. She will run to the potty, but she has expressive language delay. So she doesn't tell me, but she's heading in the right direction. When I put underwear on her, she won't go. Anytime there's something on her butt, she won't go. But if I let her stay naked and take her own diaper off, she's running happy to go. I ask her if she has to pee. She doesn't say anything. I take her every 30 minutes, minimum every 30 minutes. Sometimes something comes out, sometimes it doesn't. My question is, I don't want to keep letting her walk around naked. Should I do full underwear all day or pull up or diaper? Because
Well,
she's
I'm glad
taking
you
everything
asked.
off.
I'm glad you asked. Never pull up, because if we're talking about training, pull ups have nothing to do with training. Second, I do not teach the bottomless method. So if you are looking to get guidance from me, it would be having you to, I know it's only been 2 weeks, But if you're not seeing the results you want to see, I start with underwear. So I'm going to tell you underwear, and I'm going to tell you to get rid of that 30-minute time frame. Because as you can see, bladders are not filling up in that amount of time.
Yes.
We want to get to that hour, and we want to use that underwear. And
I have plenty of underwear. I've went crazy buying underwear. She has them, but the other day I put them on. She went pee. I'm like, I feel like it's just because she feels something on her butt, so she thinks she's protected. Because when I started the bottomless, she was like, of course, she had a couple accidents. Then she realized, like, oh, my pee's coming out from down there. So now she'll run. And then when she's done, we cheer, she claps, she says, I peed or whatever. And she goes on about her day. But now I'm like, okay, I have to have you back in pants. You're not going to go anywhere else and be able to just run around free and not, go to the bathroom like that. So I have underwear. I do have pull-ups too, but it sounds like they're about to get donated to somebody else because we don't need them.
Yeah, use them for when she sleeps, but pull-ups have nothing to do with training. Also, I would stop asking her because she's in the process of learning, so she can't really give you an educated answer about what her body's doing just yet. So the asking comes from when children are fully potty trained, and then you can really trust their answer. Right now, we can't trust her answer because she doesn't know. So I would stop asking her, use underwear, and take her on an hourly basis.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Good morning. If you have a question, and I know you do, come up into the box. Click that request box. One question per parent. And we're going to keep this ball rolling. Yes, we are. We're going to keep the ball rolling.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. I have a question because I have a 2-year-old. No, it's a 5-year-old. And he's potty trained. Like he'll go pee and everything, but refuses, I'm talking about refuse, to sit in the toilet to poop. He'll go pee by himself. He'll do everything. He'll like go wash his hands, do everything. But to sit in that toilet to poop, it just drives me nuts. He refuses.
Well, the good news is I have different poop hack videos that parents can go to and try these different methods and see if one is going to get your child hooked on it. So I'll tell you about two real quick. So one of them is the poop tent method. You can try to create some type of sense of privacy. Some parents would use a shower curtain to pull around to shield their child. Some people actually buy those tent type of things where they can slide over the toilet. Some parents have used a divider to where they're not alone in the bathroom, but children can be shielded from somebody watching them. And sometimes that's all it takes. The other method is the poop sprinkles. So when children, it's kind of like a healthy nudge of encouragement. It's not to be used as a reward per se. So if you tell a child that they can poop in the toilet and sprinkle their poop when they're done, usually that's incentive enough to get them to go. So you can try one of those two, but I have several videos on different poop pack methods that can get your child excited about putting poop in the toilet.
Okay, because right now he's 5. And so he's been peeing in the bathroom for 2 years now.
Right. So try some of those methods. Watch a couple of those videos. I have about 7 of them out there, and see and keep throwing one at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
All right.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. So I have a 3-year-old. She do have speech delay, and then I also have a almost 2-year-old boy. They both are about to go to daycare full time starting next week. My son, he gets the concept of going to the bathroom. Like if he see his sister go, he'll go sit on a pot, but he won't necessarily go. And then like my 3-year-old, if I tell her to go to the bathroom, she'll go. And then she's also at the stage where like she'll pee on herself and then she'll go take her diaper off, go throw it in the trash.
Hold on, I heard a word that it triggered me for a minute. I just want to make sure I heard what I heard.
I know which word you about to say.
It pinched my brain and I just had to go backwards.
I know.
Did you?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what are your true expectations of any progress if we're using a leak-proof device?
Yeah, I know. Part of it, what I'm gonna say is me because like she understands very well. Um, it's me. It's me. So it's like now I just have to figure out now that they're both about to be in daycare and
Well,
they're
I
gonna
will
be
tell you
given.
this. Take the edge off and the pressure about them going to daycare, because if we're talking about next week and we have not introduced underwear,
Mhm.
don't even think about it.
Yeah, so I have introduced her to it, and it seemed like it doesn't bother her if she have an accident,
Well, you know
and
why it doesn't bother her?
because her mama not consistent.
No.
Oh, okay.
She's able to wear the license to pee and poop. If you're putting her on the toilet and then putting her in a diaper, the words that you're saying really is sit on this toilet and pee and poop. Now put this diaper back on and pee and poop in there also whenever you want. You're
Right.
telling her two different things.
Right.
So there hasn't been any training really that has started. So my advice is, because that is the case, do not go to the child care facility to incorporate them in any potty training process until you start your potty training routine with underwear, and it has been at least 2 weeks of an established routine. So at what does established mean? Is at least 2 accidents or less. If we're more than that, do not send any of them in the child care facility with underwear.
Okay.
And so that is a goal that can be accomplished. So we're going to have to make that move first so that we can get to that point next.
Because when I did have her in the underwear, and if I do the hour rule, she'll stay dry for the most part. But like if it just one of those times where like I just don't catch it, and then that's when she go. Like, but if I take her every hour, she's fine. So yeah, I guess it's me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. And it's okay, because it's all out of love. We're here to make y'all great. We're going to get to the other side of this. Don't worry. This year is not going to overcome you.
Is it the same with boys? Because like he's young.
Yes, it is. I know that people say things like boys are harder. And what I want to know is,
That's what
show
people
me the
always tell
stats.
me.
Show me the stats why boys are harder. If they're so hard, what are we talking about here? Development? Show me those stats. Are we talking about aim? Show me those stats. Because if we're talking about aim, why are grown men still missing the toilet? Okay, then.
That's true. So I'll just start them together.
Yes, ma'am. That would have been my advice.
I'm about to call my mama right now and tell them.
Yes, and get excited. Tell mom to get excited.
My mom is the one that be like, put her in the underwear, and I'm like, I be having stuff to do all day. It's the accidents, and I guess I just have to be like, you know what, it's
You
gonna
gotta
happen.
embrace those accidents like they're your favorite auntie. We all have one.
Okay. I'm gonna call her right now. Tell her just take them off.
All right. Well, you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
This is all about revelation. Don't y'all love the aha moments? Those are my favorite moments. Those are my favorite moments. When I'm on calls with parents and I'm in sessions, those aha moments are my favorite moments. I love when parents be like, oh, all right. I love it. So that's probably my most favorite. No, that's not my most favorite. My most favorite is when I hear the progress. Once everybody has started their progress, those success stories. But I really love the aha moments. I love it. I got a session today too. Let me look at my calendar. Yep, I got a session today. Get in where y'all fit in. And remember, this one question is not going to do it for you, right? Book the session. Get in the workshop.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I have 2-year-old twins. They turned 2 around Halloween. We've been trying to potty train since spring. They're great with pee. They poop in their underwear every time. And I feel like we have tried everything. We've tried just having them naked. We've tried wearing underwear. They either will hold it until nap and then poop in their nap diaper, or they just have no problem with just pooping in their underwear.
Well, the good news is I have several poop hack videos that you can try on them and see which one is going to work best. I have one in particular. I don't talk about this one as often because it does involve children wearing pull-ups to assist with the poop, but it is cutting a hole in the pull-up. And eventually the hole gets smaller and smaller as the opportunity progresses. I don't really enjoy that one as much, but I do know that it works. So you can try watching several of those videos. I have about 7 of them. My best one is that I feel is the poop sprinkles video, where you can convince children if they poop in the toilet, they get to sprinkle their poop when they're done. That's usually the one that does it.
Oh, that I've never heard of that. That might.
It's
with like glitter or like edible sprinkles.
Whichever one. But you can even help them. Let them color some paper, and you can cut it into confetti. But parents have used cupcake sprinkles or cookie sprinkles. They've used oregano if they haven't had any on hand. But just the idea of children getting to do that after they have pooped in the toilet has been a great incentive.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll definitely look for those poop videos.
Yes, thank you so much. That car sounded like it was revving that engine up. I hope you're all right while you're driving. Y'all make sure y'all being safe out there while you're driving. And make sure y'all are paying attention to the pinned post for the upcoming workshop. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I have a 2.5-year-old, and he refuses to go potty on the potty. He will sit there for a couple of minutes, flip out. It's crying. It's hysterics. He's in underwear. He's just totally okay with anywhere and everywhere. He doesn't care. Pants, everything. He will just let it fly whenever. There is no indication, even though we're sitting on the potty like every 15 minutes. It's just waterworks every time.
Well, I got some news for you. You know why he's crying?
Why?
Because you are taking him entirely too often. His bladder is not filling up in that amount of time. We want to scale that all the way back to 60 minutes.
To 60?
And now, 60 minutes is not going to resolve the accidents.
Okay.
But it is enough time for them to get on a routine with. It is enough time for them to learn to hold it. And it is enough time for them not to be stressed out. 15 minutes is stressing him out.
Okay.
So dial that back to 60, and you should be seeing some progress moving forward.
Okay, perfect. We will try it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Y'all gotta forgive me. I get real excited when I hear the trigger words. When I hear how often you all are taking your child, sometimes I can't let you finish. It's almost like I got a condition, and I'm like, I can't help it, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. This is what I do all the time. So bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. If you have a question, come up in the box. Understand there's a lot of people in the queue. So please don't get frustrated, because that's what it is when we're doing the podcast. Good morning.
Hello. Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I am well, thank you so much. So my son is 3.5. We are now trying the potty training. His issue is that we putting him on every hour, and I don't know if it's just like his brain. After the hour, it's like literally once we put him on to go see if he has to use the bathroom, right after we take him off, he then uses the bathroom.
Can I ask you what he's wearing?
We have tried the pull-up. We have tried no pull-up, just pants. And then we've also tried just being naked.
So it sounds like we have incorporated several different methods. So one thing that I'm going to advise is to never try to use a pull-up in regards to potty training.
Okay.
We're going to use them for sleeping purposes only.
Okay.
And we are either going to choose underwear, but I don't even teach the bottomless method. But if you're incorporating different methods, there's going to be confusion for your child.
Got you.
So if you're going to use underwear, which is the method that I teach,
Okay.
we want to use underwear and we want to stay on that hourly time frame.
Okay, got you. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Don't you love it? I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. Make sure you all are paying attention to the pinned post. Some of you may not be able to get a question answered. Some of you have unlimited questions. Get the option so you can get the unlimited questions. There's a virtual workshop coming up on the 31st. Don't say nobody told you. Become February, it's going to be Groundhog Day for some of you parents. And it's going to be the same thing over and over. Now, I told you where to go get the sauce. Don't act like you don't know. I'm just trying to tell you. Get into that workshop. Get your seats set. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I've never had to ask a question before. So I have an 18-month-old daughter, and I just bought a toilet on Saturday, just like the Mickey Mouse little toilet, This is only 2 days. I am still in diapers. I almost bought pull-ups, and I was like, I don't know how to go about this. But for the last 2 days, I'm trying to put her on just every hour. She's only peed one time each day. So we've only peed in the toilet twice, one time per day. My question is, I've been listening to all of your answers and everything through everybody else. I mean, underwear, she'll be 18 months next week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like I'm stay home. So I'm like, okay, I'm home. I can just pop her on there every hour, at least get her used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I put her on there. I just don't know how long to make her sit for.
Well,
like I'm doing 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything between 10 to 15 minutes, but I will ask you this. Why have we not chosen the underwear? I thought I heard you getting ready to touch on that, but what happened?
I wasn't sure. She's my first and only child, so I was like just in the aisle. I was like, I'm gonna grab me a toilet, and then I thought I'm gonna grab me some pull-ups, and then I'm like, no, because right now I still have a bunch of diapers left. I'm not sure how she's even going to take to this, so I just haven't. I don't have any underwear. I need to just pick some up, I guess. I mean, you would recommend I just put those on her all day since I stay at home and just every hour, and then like maybe finish what diapers I have left, and then pull up at night only.
Well, you do not even need to what parents think that they're upgrading to a pull-up. It's the same material. So if you never used a pull-up for sleeping, the only difference is the pulling up and down motion or the way they attach and detach. You don't have to stop buying diapers and spend more money on pull-ups. Let me just say that. It's your choice. It is your choice. But in order for us to see that progression with the training, we want to use the underwear. And we start 15 months in this university, so she's not too young. You're right on time.
Okay, because this is only 2 days, and I'm like, I don't want to get her so used to just putting the diaper back on after I get her off the toilet, and I'm so early in the process. I'm trying to do right. So I appreciate this. Will help me. I'll start with some
underwear, and you on the right track.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the live, y'all. Welcome to the live. Come on in. Keep in mind that the request box is there because I'm really not able to answer questions in the chat too much and have conversations with the parents. So your opportunity is here today. Come up and click the request box so you can get in the box to ask your questions. And if you don't get the opportunity to ask your question, there's an opportunity in the upcoming workshop that's coming up. Please watch the pinned post so you can know what you need to do and where to go to reserve your seat because you don't want to miss it. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
I just had a question. My daughter's 3. We just found out that she's autistic. I have tried to potty train her several times. she'll show interest and then she'll completely stop showing interest. I'll still try and sit her down on the potty. How will I go about, because she's 3 already, and so I want her to be able to be potty trained soon. So how will I know when she's ready?
Well, how about the signs of readiness is only to be utilized as a guide, right? So we're not really going to know what your child's abilities will be until we go ahead and just get started. Using underwear and taking her on an hourly basis is where we're going to figure all this out. Now,
Okay.
I wouldn't be too concerned about her vocalizing and communicating with you, her cues and her urges. She's going to learn that through your potty training routine. And then there are different ways that I do have recommendations for when children are still learning to communicate and vocalize that I have provided in self-help step-by-step guides to help parents learn how to utilize the picture exchange systems and visual support systems and things of that nature. But to start, we're going to use underwear and we're going to take her on an hourly basis, no matter what.
Okay. I tried doing there's like the no diaper method, and she just refused to sit down on the potty. And so I put a diaper back on her and she peed within 3 minutes.
Yeah, and the diaper is what she's allowed to do. So if she pees in the diaper, we can't be confused because that's what it's for. But if you're showing her through underwear, then she's going to learn the new normal is to keep underwear dry and put everything into the toilet. But if we go back to the diaper, you're telling her, go ahead and pee and poop in that because that's what they've been able to do since they've been here. So I would incorporate the underwear, incorporate the hourly time frame, and do not rely on your child telling you as of yet her urges and her cues. Just make sure you're taking her on that hourly time frame.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the live. Come on in. Thank you for hitting the follow button. I appreciate every one of you coming in, supporting the live. Continue to tap the screen. Appreciate you. Understand that with one question, I'm only hitting the tip of the iceberg. Good morning. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
So I was doing the naked method with my daughter, and she's doing well with that. She's going to the bathroom whenever I tell her, whenever she feels like she's got to go, and she's even pooped on the toilet. She's 4. So I know I'm a little late to the game with her. She just always never really wanted to do it. But I'm like refusing to keep buying pull-ups with her. So, but anyway, when I go to put underwear on her, she just pees in them. And I kind of feel stuck because when she's not wearing them, she knows to go to the bathroom.
Well, this is why I don't teach that method, because this has been the experience that parents typically have. So I always start with underwear. So it's a bit different. So either you would have to switch, or your other option is I have a video where I'm discussing the bottomless method, and some parents are in the comments are having success. So you can probably try to find that video in my content and get into those comments and find out what parents are doing, because I truly don't have any advice to guide you because it's a different method.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
And I feel real bad when there's moments like this where I can't help parents, but when there's different methods than contrary to what I teach, I can't try. I don't want to lead. It'll be the blind leading the blind. And I know what y'all all are thinking. Well, if you're the professor, how come you don't know? It's not my method. And I don't own it. I cannot guide you through a method that I don't teach. I stay in my lane. And the bottomless method is not my lane. So for future references, if any of you all are having issues with the bottomless method, just know it's not a method that I can teach, and I can't guide you through it.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm calling because, I wanted to ask you a question. I have a 4-year-old daughter. I have been trying to potty train her since she was around 3 years old, and we've been having issues with constipation. She gets constipated a lot. So I've been to the doctors. The doctors have prescribed me, to get her to drink more water, to get more fluids on her. Also, they prescribe like a clean out method with the Miralax and stuff like that. So I'm working on her not being so constipated so much. I'm working on her bowel movement and everything. But now that she's having looser stools, I feel like before she was making herself not go to the bathroom. Like she does number one, she pees in the potty or in the normal bathroom, but she will refuse to do number two. And I feel like she was making herself constipated, where she would just like hold it just so that so that she doesn't go to the bathroom in the toilet. Because I would, make her go to the bathroom every hour and a half. She's now in preschool, so she goes to school from 8 to 2, and she's had all but like I think 2 accidents in preschool, and I think she's making herself again not going to the bathroom. Over this Christmas break, we literally just like stayed home with her and did the clean out method with the medication so that it would help her have looser stools. But now that she has looser stools, I'm not putting pull-ups on her only to sleep. I'm putting underwear on her or just pants. But she's still refusing to go. Like yes, she did so good for like 2 days, and then the rest of the days she would go to the bathroom to poop for like at least once, and then the rest of the day she would still do it in her underwear or her pants. So she's 4 already. She has to go into kindergarten this year, and I don't know what to do. I am lost.
Well, while I can't give you any medical advice because she's already had medical intervention for a condition that impacts potty training, the only thing that I can guide you on is try some different poop hacks to get her to be encouraged to try to use the bathroom. Children have a trust issue with the releasing when it comes to number 2. So you can try watching several of those poop hack videos to see if that will assist with her, discomfort and wanting to release. And you can see how those go. I have a poop sprinkles video. I have one on some children prefer to squat. So there's a bird squat video. There is one about the poop tent. I have a couple of them. I can't remember all of them, but I would try to see how she does with what I like to call a healthy nudge of encouragement to get her to just be not to be too scared of releasing into the toilet. So you can try that. But other than that, I don't have any advice that's going to impact a medical condition.
Okay. Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Good morning. Good morning. Those of you who have questions in the chat, do hit the button for the request. You can come up and ask your question. And I'm going to do my best.
Hello, good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. My daughter just turned 4, December the 20th. I work 12 hours, maybe 4 to 5 days out the week, and I work overnight. So she's at night care, and in the day she goes to pre-K. It's a private pre-K. So the teacher actually is helpful during the day. I put her on the underwear, and I use the pull-up for night for the sitter, or if I'm off, we put the pull-up on at night. But when she has it on during the day and I tell her to go to the bathroom, she goes somewhere in her room and she'll use it. And she doesn't just do one, she does 1 and 2 all the time. And I've decorated the bathroom. I've got a prize box. I've tried several things to try to get her to go sit on the potty.
So you mentioned that she does 1 and 2 and what?
In her underwear. I put the
Okay.
underwear on during the day, and I'm like, you have to go to the bathroom. Let me know. I even have a timer. Now I have a timer, so I put the timer on. I tell her when it goes off, go to the bathroom.
How often
Cause
is the timer?
I put the timer on 45 to 60 minutes.
I would keep it at the 60.
Okay.
And if you're the people who are helping you at night, well not at night, um is the people during the day that has her during the day working with her also or not yet?
No, they work with her. It's a private school. It's not a lot of kids, so she works with her.
So she's wearing
And she,
underwear at the school as well?
yeah, when I pick her up, she has no accidents. It's when she gets with me and we get home before it's time for me to go to work and stuff. She has an accident, and I'm like, why you didn't go to the bathroom?
I will ask you, are you also utilizing your days off?
Yes,
So she's in underwear and you're taking her every hour?
on my days off, yes.
And how
If
long
we're
have
out, okay, I can be on. If we're out, I put her a pull up on when we're out for long hours.
ah
Okay.
why
Yeah,
do we
when
do
we're
that? Why do we do that then?
because I'm traveling. If I feel like if I'm traveling and I don't want to put her on public toilets.
Well, you know
So
you don't have to.
yeah, no, you're right.
You can
I
use the
just
portable potty, but if we're trying to be convenient and
hmm
trying to train, we're not going to be able to get both at the same time.
okay,
You're either going to get your convenience, which is what you're getting, but you're not going to be able to train. If you sometimes do it, your consistency is like a roller coaster. So if
okay,
you're looking for particular results, underwear has to be all of the time, even on trips to the store. Matter of fact, I just did a video on that today. You should
okay,
go watch it so you can get your giggle on.
okay. I
But
will
definitely be consistent with the underwear and that hourly and make sure that we're not asking. Make sure you're just telling her, but you're going to go back and forth with your results when you go back and forth with underwear and pull up.
with the underwear and put up.
If she's
Okay,
awake, she should not have a pull up on at all.
okay,
And if you're experiencing her coming home dry underwear with no accidents, there's absolutely no reason to put a pull up on.
right. Okay, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't you all love when you all answer your own questions? I told you. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I love it when we see the aha moments. I love it. It's like it's a timer in my body that's just waiting. But then I'll be like, nope, they're gonna figure it out. Some of you already know before you get in this box, but I love the interaction. I love the dialogue. Don't you like all of this? Thank you for the heart means. Don't you love all of this? It's about us as a community. Do you see this happening anywhere else? No. If you all have questions, do your due diligence to put your request in and you can come ask. One question per parent. Let's get it. Let's go.
So I was in your chat I think like a month ago, and you said to wait until my baby was 6 months to start
Mm-hmm.
potty training my 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now the time is here and we're starting, and I did the whole time, like everything, but the problem I'm having is like I put her on the potty and we sit down, and then like as soon as I take her off, she has like an accident. And then it's like if she had an accident in the living room, she'll stop herself and she'll be like, "Mommy, I have to go potty." And then I take her, but then she doesn't release on the toilet. She like, you know what I mean? She waits until we're in the
Well, one, if
bathroom.
the accident has already happened, there's no need to sit on the toilet any longer because it's already happened. But let me ask you, how often are you taking her and what is she wearing?
Well, we got her some of those training underwears where they're like a little bit of padded.
Mm-hmm.
Um and then I take her about like 15 minutes after she eats, and then in between that, like every 45 minutes,
So
like
how long have you
to an
said you've been
hour.
watching me?
I've been watching you for like a month now. Um
kind of on and off. I like come into your lives every now and again.
Well, I was just curious
It really
because usually people that follow me know we're going to stick with that 60 minutes and stay with the 60 minutes.
okay.
Now, how
Yeah,
long has
maybe.
it been since you started?
It's been about like 2 weeks. I started as soon as my baby turned 6 months.
So
So
it's fairly new, but what we want to do is we don't want to get into changing up the time that we're taking the child according to when she's having accidents, because then you're doing an
okay.
entirely different process. So we got to stick with the hour. The accidents are going to be there. They can get right off the toilet and have an accident, because this is what we call being in the trenches and learning our bodies and our cues and our urges. So the accidents are supposed to happen. Welcome to potty training. I'm so glad you've made it.
Thank you. Everybody's been a great help. That last one was like a really key moment for me too, because we do travel a lot, and I am prone to putting pull-ups on when we're in the car. So that was a really good tip. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Don't we love it? This is my favorite part. I love it. I love it. You don't understand. I love this. I love it. I freaking love it. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Can't you tell?
Yes. So I've been watching you for about, I'd say about 3 months. Like I'll see your
All
live and
right.
stuff.
Careful, because I'm listening for the education now. Let's go. Let's
Yes.
get it.
So we started like officially potty training my 3-year-old over the Christmas break. Like she's at the point now where she knows what's going on. I know she knows what's going on. And so I was like, okay, done. Cold turkey, we're doing it. So I took that 2-week break of them being out of school and me being off work to like fully, all right, we're in underwear. This is what we're doing. And she's been doing great.
Okay.
Like fantastic. But it's the poop. Like I have her in underwear. She's going every hour. She's going to pee, and I'm saying she's feeling. She has a little potty, and she has the like she can use the big potty too. She is peeing like every single hour. She is doing it. She's had maybe in the 2 weeks that we did the training, maybe 3 accidents, and it was poop because she'll get on a potty, she'll pee, and she'll go hide and go poop.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is going on? So I can't. And I feel like I know her cues. I do know her cues. And so I'm like, all right, Noriah, go get back on the potty. But when I'm telling her to go, it's literally right after that hour. So, and she'll sit on the potty for 10 to 15 minutes because I know that she has to poop. But she will get up, she will go find a little quiet spot, or she'll like pace the floor and she'll poop in her underwear.
Well, being
So we're
that
like
she's
90%
hiding,
here.
have you seen my video on the poop tent?
I have not.
You might want to go watch that, especially when children hide. They really need a sense of privacy. But if you provide that privacy already in the bathroom, where they're not necessarily left alone, but they have a certain level of privacy, that can be a game changer. So I would probably watch that poop tent video, but I have about 6 different videos that you can try for poop hacks to try to crack the code, so to speak.
Okay, yeah, because even like her dad had forgot to put a pull up on her during nap time one day because we only use pull ups at nighttime and like when she's going to sleep. But he had forgot to put a pull up on her and she woke up dry. So I was like, we're almost there. We just need to get this poop down because she's supposed to start pre K in the fall. So, and I need her to be potty trained. So, like I said, I needed tips on poop. It's just the poop.
watch those videos. Try to poop tent first since she's hiding, and see if that's going to help.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the live. And I know a lot of you are asking questions in the chat, but this is the reason why we have the request box up for parents to be able to come in. There's a lot of parents in the queue, so bear with me. because I'm trying to get him.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing well. So I have an autistic nonverbal 3-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you do anything or have any advice for autistic children.
I do.
Okay. So I haven't necessarily started potty training her, but I have started like trying to change her pull-ups in the bathroom to show her that the bathroom is the main source of where we need to start.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I have tried to put on training underwear on her
Mm-hmm.
and sit her on the potty.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as she sits on the potty, tantrums. Like,
Well, let me
I
ask you, how
mean,
often are you taking her in there?
um, anytime she uses the bathroom or anything like that, like if she poops or pees in her pull up, I go straight to the bathroom and show her the potty and say, now this is where we have to start doing this, and I'm just changing her butt in the
So
bathroom.
we haven't let her wear the underwear and walk around in them for a period of time or anything like that?
The only time I do that is like if we're outside and we're playing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mostly during the summertime. I haven't necessarily started completely potty training yet. No, ma'am.
Okay, so there's probably going to be a lot of other details that you would like to tell me that I can give you particular recommendations on. So as long as you understand, like me just giving you this piece of advice is only going to be considered the tip of the iceberg. But in order for her to start getting an understanding on what she is supposed to do in that bathroom, we're going to need to let her wear the underwear, and we're going to need to put her on an hourly time frame.
Okay.
The accidents are going to happen.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be there. They're
My
going to be right. They're going to
my
be
only
right there to meet
thing
you.
my only thing is like, she can't tell me when she has to use the bathroom.
I wouldn't anticipate her to tell you. I would just be
Yeah.
worried about taking her on that hourly time frame. She's not going to learn to be able to maybe vocalize, and it's going to depend on time frame. But you're going to have to start there first. We don't start with
Okay.
the expectation of children being able to tell us because she's in the process of learning that and understanding her urges and her cues. But if she doesn't have the opportunity, she's not going to be able to vocalize to tell you what those urges and cues are yet. So in the very beginning, we don't want to anticipate her telling you. We just want to make
Okay.
sure that you're taking her every hour while wearing those underwear.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate
And
you.
if
Thank you
there's
so
and
much.
if there's more that you feel that you are going to want to get out of this potty training experience in order for you to have an excellent start, we are pinning the information, letting parents know that there's an upcoming virtual workshop coming up on the 31st. So I don't want to leave you there because
Yeah.
I know that there's more for you to get out of that whole experience. So as the live is going, my moderator is posting the information on the upcoming workshop that is coming up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. One more question.
Well, we got to do one question per
Oh,
parent. That's
okay.
that's the
Okay.
benefit
Sorry.
of being on the live.
I'm sorry.
But on that in that workshop, there's opportunity for unlimited questions.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. The opportunity is here for you all to come in, ask your question. Remember, it's going to be one question per parent. We got a lot of people in the queue. I know some of y'all have been waiting, but we're trying to keep the flow going, trying to keep it going. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are
Are
you?
you? Oh, not too bad. I'm a little heartbroken because my little boy, he is 3.5, has autism. We've been trying to train on and off, trying every few weeks, every couple of months at a time to potty train him. He's given all the cues. Sometimes he'll ask to go, but he's still having accidents, and he'll cry and be heartbroken himself that he's used it in his pull up. And I'm wanting to try the underwear method, and I'm not really sure how to go about that with whenever I've tried in the past, he's had like messes in the house and trying to find them, and it leaves kind of a pee smell behind. I didn't know if there was a way I could do the underwear method while also being able to protect the carpets and the furniture from getting that smell, or like when we're traveling, instead of a pull up, the car seat techs tell me I can't have anything underneath him because it's a safety hazard. So I didn't know if there was maybe something I could put on him or
Well,
anything
my
I could do.
recommendations 100% are always going to be underwear. No matter
Right.
what. So until we get to that place where we are starting with the underwear and taking him on an hourly basis, that is the only way your needle is going to move on the potty training gauge. If we are using pull-ups, your train has not left the station, and we are sitting with the train in the station and waiting for the underwear to go ahead and push things forward. As far as the car seats, I know that people, it's a safety concern on how to keep the car seats dry, but there are car seat protectors that are sold that are perfectly fine to use. But every parent is just going to have to make that choice on how to keep their car seats dry. But in regards to the potty training process and how to keep it from being messy for carpets and couches, is you're just going to have to be a vigilant trainer because it is going to be messy. I would try to cover your furniture, try to protect your carpet as best as possible. Maybe not let them roam the house where you're not able to see, but understand this is all what comes with potty training. And parents do not want to address the mess, so they will use the pull ups to keep it from being messy. But as long as you try to avoid that mess, understand that the process will be halted until you make a decision to use those underwear.
Right.
And I'm sorry to say, but yeah, it's messy, but that's the only way to move that needle.
Right. Yeah, I just feel so bad that he's so heartbroken about it, because he cries and he tells me he's sorry, but I've never once gotten on to him for it.
And as you shouldn't, but I would think about the heartbreak now with accidents versus when he gets to school and the heartbreak that can come with children, because we know children are cruel. So we want to make sure that we put him in a position where we're not setting him up for failure either. So I would deal with that heartbreak now, then deal with it later with those children that could potentially break his heart and hurt his feelings on what's going on in regards to his potty training. I would try to do what I can do to get that potty training process started sooner than later.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for sharing out the live. Thank y'all for reposting. Keep in mind that I will not have too much opportunity to address the chat. That is why parents are clicking the request button. There are a lot of people in the queue, so please be patient. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. And yourself?
I'm well. My problem is that we have started the 1 hour method with just his not pull-ups, but his brief. But at daycare, he would go sometimes, but not all the time because I haven't brought in any briefs to daycare yet. My issue is, should I take a multiple change of underwear for him so that the daycare can change it just in case he have an accident, because they do have a handful of kids that they do look after, and he's the only one in the class that's really being potty trained at the time.
Well, let me ask you, because you might have said it, but I want to make sure that I clarify. How often did you say you were taking him, and is he wearing underwear?
Yes, he's wearing underwear. We have started the every hour method, but
Okay,
he
and how
won't
long
go.
has it been so far?
It's been about 2 weeks.
Okay, so how many accidents would you say he's having a day?
We'll take him every hour, but he won't go on every hour. So for the 1 hour, he won't go, and then we'll wait again for another hour. He won't go, and the minute he gets off, that's when he'll have the accident. So
So
he's
how
actually
many per
had
day would you say he's having accidents?
a couple.
So when those accidents get to at least maybe two or less, that's when I would transition him wearing underwear to the child care facility.
Okay, but is that gonna decrease him getting potty trained? Just keep the pull up there.
It's not gonna prolong his process, but it will cause an issue at the child care facility if he's having more than several accidents and they're in a group setting.
Okay.
So you wanna eliminate them from having additional issues cleaning up accidents. Your goal is to continue what you're doing at home so that when he's having less accidents, make sure you're keeping them informed so you all can come up with the date in mind of when he's going to start wearing underwear at the center.
Okay. All right.
You want to
Because
make
they
sure
are
those accidents are minimal so that they're not having to change him too often at the center.
okay. All right. Because he can
And
go a
what
couple
you
of
watching, girl?
hours.
What's on TV?
Pocahontas.
I heard the singing. I said that sounds like Disney. Y'all watching
Yeah.
Disney Plus?
It's on Fandango,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay then.
it's
All right.
Pocahontas. But he goes multiple hours without being wet. So we'll take him every hour, every hour, every hour. He won't really go within the hour we're taking him, and then 2 hours later or 3 hours later, then he will go
Mm-hmm.
and have the accident. So I'm like, and we're keeping him on the toilet from 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm like, is it too long? Is it not too long?
No, I think you're doing everything that I would recommend. I would just continue to do what you're doing, and it might take maybe 3 weeks before he can wear the underwear at the center. But I think you're doing everything that I would recommend.
So as soon as he get home, take the pull up off and just put the underwear on.
Yes,
That's what we've
ma'am.
been doing.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye. I love it when a good plan comes together. I love it when I get people who are already on. Now, that doesn't mean I don't love y'all that are not already on the routine. That's not what I'm saying. But I love it when people are already doing what I suggest. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. And remember, we only get one opportunity to ask the question. So it won't be no twosies in here. Won't be no twosies. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Hi. Are you there? Going once? Going twice? I try, y'all, but we got a long queue. We got a long queue.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Excuse me. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
So my only concern, so my son, he just turned 3. When he was like 2 and 6 months, I tried to start potty training with pull-ups, but he was not interested at all. Like he wasn't showing the cues. We just tried, like I tried taking him to the potty, tried putting a pull-up, and he wasn't interested. He does have GI issues with bowel movements. Like he has really messy bowel movements. So I want to start potty training with the underwear, but like he's not showing any cues that he wants to. Like I'll tell him, okay, let's try to go potty like in the mornings when he wakes up with a dry diaper, and he laughs and he goes, no mommy, I don't go potty. And he'll start like laughing at the toilet. So I'm just not sure, like with trying to start to get him to potty train so that way he can go into preschool coming the following year. Not sure exactly how to start with him.
So what if he is never excited about potty training?
Not, it's not so much the excitement thing. It's just like he'll have a wet diaper and he doesn't get uncomfortable. Like,
well, my question is, what if he never gets uncomfortable?
I mean, that's why I'm trying to start now.
Right. So I wouldn't wait for him to get comfortable because there's a good chance that he might not ever get comfortable.
Okay, yeah. It's
So
just like with my
you're going
other.
to prolong it for him, waiting for him to be comfortable.
Okay, yeah. It's just, with my older two, I experienced them like wanting the diaper off as soon as they peed and stuff. So that's why with him, I'm just like, okay, like he's not really showing the cues. So I wasn't like, was like a little iffy with starting. And then I'm just concerned like with his bowel movements because he has really messy, sticky bowel movements due to his GI issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just not sure with like putting him in a underwear how that's gonna plan out. Like
it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be messy, but you have a choice to make. Either you're gonna prolong the process by continuing to use pull-ups, or you're gonna have to get with that sticky poop. Because it's not going anywhere. We know that. You're gonna have to deal with that sticky poop. Do we like to hear that? Nope. But are we gonna be needing to expect the messy of the messiness, you're gonna be able to write a book at the end of it, I promise you. But in order for move things forward, those underwear are gonna be your best bet.
Okay. Okay.
And now if you need further instruction, keep in mind we do have a workshop at
I
the end
seen
of
it,
this month.
yeah. Okay, yep, I seen the post.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for joining the live. Appreciate you. I am doing my best to get everybody up who's been waiting in the queue. Appreciate it.
Hear me?
Yes, I can. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So my question is, I am currently potty training my 3-year-old, and I have a 19-month-old son. So my 3-year-old is a daughter, and my son is 19 months. Should I start? He's showing signs that he wants to be potty trained as well. When we sit her on the pot and she we give her praise, yeah, good job, you went on the potty. He goes and sits on the pot as well. So should I start potty training him and just put him straight on panties or underpants, or what do I need to do there?
You asking all the right questions. The answer is yes, yes, and yes. Now, if you really trying to get the full understanding and try to understand how to create the routine according to both of your children and get a good customized plan, understand that I can't do my magic by answering this one question. Just understand that we have a virtual workshop coming up on the 31st. I'll get you where you need to be. Get both of those children in underwear and potty train. All I need is the opportunity. All I need is 1 hour.
Okay. Okay. So just hold off. We'll hold off on him to the virtual workshop, and then I know exactly how to do it with both of them.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Because girl, he ready. He like I want to. He like sit on
Let him be great. He's ready.
and she's doing good. She just won't tell me, but I know right now we're just working on consistency.
Right, absolutely. And you said she's wearing underwear too, correct?
Yeah, she's wearing underwear all day. So we officially started the new year. She's wearing underwear all day, with the exception of the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
But she does
Well,
really
you said you
good.
was trying to leave those paper drawers in 2025, right?
That's yeah.
All right. Well, I hope to see you on the 31st because we want to put you in a better position so that you're not left with any questions and not unsure of the expectations, the do's and the don'ts, and everything else that comes along with it. I can tell you all day about wearing underwear and going every hour, but there's other things that can impact that process, and I want you to be prepared.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you on the 31st.
Do we sign up? Is it we can sign up for it now?
Yes, ma'am. We're booking seats right now.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank you.
All righty. You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Don't say that I can't sing. I can make a joyful noise, okay? I can make a joyful noise. Thank y'all for waiting, being patient to get up in this queue.
Hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay, so I have a small in-home daycare. Of only with my son, it's like 5 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 3.5-year-old girl that just started. She's very aware. She's she's a smarter girl. Let's say that, like more intuitive. Found out that her mom moved her to my in-home daycare because her school wouldn't allow her to be in the preschool room, not potty training.
Okay.
And I've always been underwear, potty training advocate. Now I don't know how to go about the potty training process with her mother because I don't want to lose her, as one of the children in my daycare, but I also don't want to push the mother so far that she leaves. So I didn't know how to go about it with mom.
Well, everything that you're mentioning now, underwear and an hourly time frame is always that best recipe that I'm going to recommend. And I would not necessarily push mom, but I would just let her know or let's get into that real conversation of, now you said, how old is the child? Did you say she's 3?
She's 3.5.
So then just talk, very transparent with mom about upcoming programs that she might be interested in. There might be a preschool program that is coming up that she might be interested in, and or kindergarten is on the horizon. Now, we don't want to look at 3.5 and thinking that it could take this long, but if she does not get on board, she never knows what she can be facing in regards to trying to get in on that potty training. So if you're willing to help her, definitely, and talk to her from a business aspect about how much money she's spending about every 90 days.
Yeah, you're right.
So ask her. I mean, now if she's cool with throwing money in the trash, that's what we're essentially doing when we're using these pull-ups and these diapers. So talk to her from a business standpoint and just tell her that you're willing to help and this is what it's going to take. And I mean, you all are like diamonds in the rough when you got childcare providers that actually know what they're doing and have the will to help parents. So she got to get on board. But your recommendations is what I would recommend. So tell her to literally poop or get off the pot. No, I'm just playing. Just be real with her. Like, hey, listen, I'm here to help. You're wasting money. Let's get on with life. Let's do it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day. And tell her to make sure y'all have that conversation about when you are doing it, she needs to be doing it, and that you will know if she's not, because people don't think that we know those things. Make sure she's doing her part.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Good morning. Good morning. You see how different dynamics, it seems like we got different walks of life that come up in here. Everybody's getting their question answered. Now, to those of you who are on the bottomless method, don't even bother, because that's not a method that I teach from. Other than that, understand that this is only an opportunity to ask one question. Imagine what I can do, the damage that I can do when we sit in each other's space for an hour. Y'all got to give me the opportunity to do so. Let me rock. Can I rock?
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
So I have a 2.5, well, almost 3-year-old. He goes to Head Start and they are potty training with him as we are at home. They go every 45 minutes to an hour there. And when we get home, I try and implement the same thing, because by the time I get him and by the time I get him home, it's time for him to go potty again. And he will straight up look at me and tell me, no, mommy, no pee, no pee. And when I take him, he has to pee. And I'm like, son, you have to tell me. Or when I ask him, it's like, no. And I can visibly tell like he doesn't have to go, but it's already at that hour mark. Or we'll sit him down and he won't pee at all. So I guess my question is, how do I get him out of not peeing at home, but peeing at school?
Well, did you say that he's wearing underwear while he's at the school too?
No, right now we're just in pull-ups, but he stays dry. Like,
okay. Is he wearing underwear at home too?
Yes.
Okay, so first things first, we want to establish our routine at home first, right?
Okay.
So make sure that whenever he is at home, if you only have an hour or two when he gets home, even though he's wearing a pull-up during the day, that's fine. He needs to be in those underwear. If you have weekends, if you have days off, any opportunity that you have, he should be in underwear.
Okay.
We want to make sure that he's going on an hourly basis. The other thing, do not ask him anything. He
just do
know. He doesn't know. Don't ask.
Okay.
And he's always going to tell you no, because every child is not excited about this process. So don't ask him. And he's been in a day where he's not really, even though he's staying dry, he doesn't have the same expectations than he does at home, because he has the safety net at school. So once you have been in a routine with him at home and he's experiencing at least 2 or less accidents throughout the day, where you can at least say like you have a day off or a weekend, and you can see that he's at least having 2 or less accidents a day, then you want to have a conversation with the child care facility and have a mutual decision on when he is to wear underwear at the center.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the live. If anybody who is just joining us, not sure exactly what's going on here, we are taking questions in the chat. We are recording for our podcast. So if you don't know, now you know. This is going to be uploaded on YT. Understand? And make sure that you all subscribe to the page over there, because you all, those who have been a part of this podcast experience, will be able to listen to it and watch the videos on YT platform. Joe, if you can also post where they can hear the audio podcast as well. This is the opportunity for you all to click the request box to be able to come up and ask me one question. We got one question per parent. Everybody has been waiting in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm just lovely. How are you today?
I'm wonderful.
Awesome. So I have a stepdaughter, 9-year-old, nonverbal autistic.
Mm-hmm.
And we change her pull-up. She's only in a pull-up. And as I've been working with her and changing her, she hates being changed. So I ask, do you want to go poop on the potty? If you go poop on the potty, I don't have to change you. And she signs yes. But the potty training thing is very overwhelming for mom and dad with her being nonverbal autistic. So I was just wondering if you have any like starter suggestions, ideas, experience with potty training nonverbal autistic children, and kind of, a direction to go in that way.
Yes, I do. Are you aware if her parents, because you did say the child's parents, correct? I don't want to make sure I got it wrong.
Yep.
Okay, so is there a picture exchange system being used or any visual supports at all?
No, not. She has a talker iPad and like various social stories for other situations. But I know dad is like, hey, if you want to help head up potty training, because I have an autistic 16-year-old. He's verbal. He's my little Sheldon. So I'm used to picture stories and picture schedules and stuff. So he's like, hey, if you want to do it, I'm here to do it with you. I don't know if we'll be able to convince mom, because mom just like doesn't expect anything out of her.
I would just say, for starters, using a picture exchange system is definitely going to be helpful in the beginning or maybe long term. The other thing, and I know it's probably going to be a different step to make, but trying to utilize underwear, because I understand that we might feel like what her abilities are, she might not be able to verbalize, but if we're able to get her on a routine every hour, she might be able to show us better than we think that her abilities will be able to do by taking her to that bathroom every hour. So I'm going to suggest those underwear and kind of see where we are with it. But if we never try, we're not going to know how we're going to be able to pivot.
Amen.
But
so
and
just
I would definitely use that picture exchange system. Visual aid supports are going to be great. I have visual aid posters right in my showcase that should be placed on walls for every child so that they can see the expectations. Showing her books, showing her videos are going to be great, but that picture exchange system is going to be a game changer. Now, you don't want it to be too much of, how you can have an option to do this, but I still think it can be helpful. So if there's a picture of a toilet or a picture of, I wouldn't use anything that we wouldn't want for any child to choose, such as to go play or TV or anything like that. But as long as the option isn't going to divert too much away from the toilet, that picture exchange system is going to be a game changer.
Awesome. Now, do you have a way like for follow-up questions? Like, can I pay for your services or something? Because I have more follow-up questions, but I want to respect your one question per person here.
Yes, ma'am. I do have the virtual workshop coming up on the 31st. Okay. And anybody who is in that workshop, I'm able to customize the plan for them. So they're able to ask those questions, and I'm able to tailor the potty training routine around whatever they have going on in their environment and things like that. I also have, and it's not just a virtual workshop, which is classroom style. I also offer one-on-one coaching sessions. So sometimes parents prefer not to have other parents involved, where it's taking time away from them with their questions being asked, even though at the end of the day, everybody has clear intentions on how they're moving forward, but it's still an option. And that way the parents can be there as well. And I also have a step-by-step self-help guide that is intentionally for children on the spectrum. It is potty training without pressure with for specific abilities. So it goes into great detail about the challenging behaviors, about using the visual support system, about any issues children have with number two, about how to utilize positive reinforcement. So it's a lot of information in that as well.
Awesome. And you said that the potty training without pressure for kids on the spectrum, that's a resource I could get from you?
Yes, ma'am. So it is in my LINK. You know, I got to spell on this platform. And my
I just found you
BIO.
serendipitously, so I'm going to be hopping on that because I'm so stoked to help out my sweet girl.
Yes. And so when you get into, once you go to the digital products tab, when you get into the BIO and virtual services, you're going to find the information for the workshop. You're going to find the PDF for the specific abilities and or the one-on-one coaching sessions. Everything is listed in that store.
Awesome. I can't thank you enough. I'm so stoked to look at that and get to know you better.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited.
Yes. And we'll talk more because it's, dad's house, yes, mom's house, no. And I'm sure that's an issue you deal with all the time.
Yes.
Trying to potty train kids where one house is a lot more on board than the other.
Yes, absolutely. But thank you. I'm excited.
Thank you. You take care now.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye. Y'all know what I'm going to say. I love it. This is my jam. You know how you can say, that's my jam. This is my jam. You guessed it. It's my jam.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I have a question. I have a 1 and a 2-year-old. They're a year and a day apart.
Okay.
Okay, so my oldest will not wear a pull up. He will not underwear. He wants to go naked. And he runs all around the house naked. And my 1-year-old, I've tried Cheerios, put in the toilet, and he just has to eat them.
Well, I'm gonna give you a nice start. You know, I don't teach the bottomless method. I teach underwear.
Gotcha. Now, if you put underwear on, he'll pee and poop in them.
Yep, that's about right. That's supposed to happen.
Okay. This is
So
my first
how
one, so
often
I
are you
don't know a
taking
lot
him to the
about it.
bathroom?
Plenty. Because I make him go when I go.
Well, how often is that?
About every hour.
Okay, so stick with that hour. I'm always going to recommend underwear because the bottomless method is a different routine. I do recommend that you train both of them at the same time. But let me ask you this. How many months is your 1-year-old?
He'll be 2. My oldest is 2. January the 24th, he'll be 2. January 25th, he'll be 2. January 25th and 24th.
Oh yeah, I would definitely train both of them, but we want underwear on both, and we want to stay with that hourly timeline.
Gotcha. Okay. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Y'all are not making this easy on me, and I'm not
now
no good.
You know there's an opportunity for you to join that workshop at the end of the month.
How do you do that?
So my moderator is going to put a pinned post up so she can tell you just how to book, okay?
Because I don't know a whole lot about this thing. I just started using TikTok.
Look, she just pinned the post. So we going to join that workshop. We're going to get you straight.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You have a great day. You too. You know what else I love? I love hearing in the background all of the children's shows and the music and the activities going on. I love it. I love it. It makes me remember when I had the little ones in the house. Even though those days, I don't miss them all the time. It's moments here and there like, oh, I remember little moments. Because Lord Jesus, I was ready for that boy to go to school. I was ready. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm
trying to potty train my toddler, and I have a newborn, so it's pretty hectic.
Uh-oh.
She's 20 months, and we're just getting started. It's only been a few days.
So what if I had some news for you that was not so great?
Okay.
Let me just say this. If you start the potty training process right now, you're right. Congratulations. Let me start there. Congratulations, new mommy.
Thank you.
Now, let me just say this. As a great blessing that newborns can be, they are also considered to be in the top 5 reasons for why potty training our children can cause regression.
Okay.
So I highly recommend you take a load off and wait until the baby turns at least 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, she's almost 3 months.
Yeah, because
I was
what's going to happen is you're gonna work your little heart out and possibly regression. Now there's a percentage that it won't happen, but it's very low.
Yeah. Well, my toddler, she's pretty sharp, and I was thinking that she's ready because she's a little copycat. She shows interest, and I put her on the potty first thing in the morning, and it's a success every morning with that first potty.
Mm-hmm. Now you can try it. It's not. I don't want to discourage you from trying. I want you to be aware of the regression rate.
Right.
So it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I just advise you. If I were you, and I know I'm not you, but I've been there. I'm telling you, you might want to wait, but you can do it. But
it is a lot of work.
It is
a lot of work. I figured I would try before I went back to work. I have a few more weeks of maternity leave, and while I'm here all the time, I was just going to see how it went. Yeah. So my question would be, on these hour trips, like how long is too long for the sitting and waiting? You
don't want any longer than 10 to 15 minutes. So if there's no action, they get off, and you might experience the accident right after, because even though it's not a recommendation, she is wearing underwear, correct?
Yeah, we're doing underwear and every hour.
Yep.
And she's doing pretty good for how young she is.
And a lot of times they will do great. It's just that regression is always in the back. That it's a possibility. So they can do fabulous, but then we can start moving backwards. Is what I'm saying.
I see.
You can catch on and do great, but parents will come back and be like, "They were doing great for several months, and I just don't know what happened." And I'll ask questions about them, and I'll say, "Well, hey, what's going on? What was the new change?" And they say, "Well, my infant, boop boop." That's usually the indicator.
Gotcha.
So I just want you to understand the risk involved for putting all your hard work in just for it to go backwards.
I see. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
All right.
Maybe I'll give myself a break. I don't know.
Take a load off, mommy.
All right. I like that advice. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good morning.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I love it. And you know what we don't experience when we're doing this? The trolls don't show up. Ain't that something? The trolls get on vacation. The trolls get on vacation when we get up in here. Some of y'all getting, y'all getting impatient and you hang up, but hey, I do my best. Do my best. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Hey. Going once. Going twice. Daggone it, I hate hanging up on y'all, but I gotta do it. We gotta keep this chat moving, y'all, because y'all be ready. Y'all be ready. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
Good. I have a 4-year-old. She'll be 5 in April. She is considered to have a global delay. She has a speech and a cognitive delay. and she doesn't she want. I guess my question is, which I'm listening. I heard you say every hour, and I need to get more on top of that, so I will make that note. But we're struggling with getting her to obviously. She will go to the potty. We take her to the potty. Like I said, it hasn't been every single hour, but we take her frequently. So we're probably doing it about maybe an hour and a half, hour 15, hour and a half. Like when we're thinking about it in first thing in the morning and meals and things like that. But she'll, like I said, she'll be 5 and in April, and she's already in like a little speech delay class, but they prefer for them to be potty trained, obviously, at 5. And I guess my question is, any other tips besides taking her every hour to
what is
get
she
her
wearing?
to she wears pull-ups majority of the time. I do have training pants, but she's been in a pull-up for the last couple of months consistently, because we've been displaced in our home and we've been bouncing all around. So I haven't been on top of it. So we just been in pull-ups, since November, constantly, without the putting the underwear on. Because at first I was just doing it on the weekends, the underwear where I can kind of, look after and take her every so often. But with both of us working, it's just kind of like we haven't really made the time or had the time. It's been a little hectic. So I guess I'm just trying to see from any other tips besides going every hour and then just completely going into the underwear. And should we be sending her to school in the underwear just to pull up, or?
Well, if you have been in pull-ups all this time, definitely do not send her in school in underwear because she hasn't been in underwear.
Right.
Training begins when we are consistent with that underwear in an hourly time frame.
Okay.
That's why the timeline that you're choosing is hour and 15, hour and a half. When there's underwear involved, it's not going to resolve the accidents, but you'll be more in tune with that hour. You won't wait an hour and 15, because the accidents are going to be there.
Right.
Right. And so in order for you to get prepared for school coming up and any other program where she has to be potty trained for, you're going to have to lose that pull up for only when she sleep, and you're going to have to get on that hourly with the underwear.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's the onlyest way for that train to leave the station.
Okay. Because I heard you say with the other young lady that you have experience with, autistic and delayed children. So I just wanted to get on here and see if there were anything else other than what you had said. So that's why I wanted to come up. So thank you so much for that information.
And I do this opportunity that parents only get the one question, per parent, is not going to be that opportunity where I can successfully guide you and do my due diligence. That is why parents book me for sessions. And that is why I have that workshop coming up at the end of the month where parents can get unlimited questions and they can get their plan tailored for their situation. There will be more opportunity for you to tell me about your child, and I can kind of tell you the twists and turns you may need to make in regards to your situation in potty training.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Good morning. Good morning. I know this is going to make a lot of people cry. I know it. But we are approaching the end of the live. 2 hours went by fast, just like that. Just like that. Remember where you can go watch the recording and listen to the recordings. And keep in mind, I know some of you are like, I just got here. I didn't get my opportunity. There's opportunities. There is the virtual workshop that's coming up at the ends, right, of the month on the 31st. Please do your due diligence and did I say diligence? I did. Do your due diligence and get in that workshop. You can get your spot secured today. Get your spot secured today. I want you to get to the other side of this. I don't want you stuck. I want you on the other side. You know why? You know why I care? My reputation is on the line. I care way too much about my reputation as a potty training consultant. So I want you there. Be there or be square. Okay? So I'm grateful for those who had the opportunity to get in and be able to ask their questions. And I hope that it made your day a little bit more brighter. I hope that you left the queue with knowing something different than you did before you pushed that request button. I hope that moving forward, you are going to be in a better situation. I hope that you all are getting motivated to get started and to learn more about your child in this potty training process, because it is a lot. It is not just about hourly and underwear. It is about your child as an individual. And I'm not going to be able to walk and talk you through it if I don't know anything about your child. Let me say that again. It is more than 1 hour and underwear, not 1 hour, but hourly and underwear. I have to know things about your child in order to customize the plan for you. So if I don't hear you, if I don't get to meet you, that opportunity will not come. Who has to make the choice? You. I know what my abilities are. That's not being cocky, that's confident. I am the SME. Okay? And you all, some of you, the time is a ticking. Time is a ticking. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for participating in the discussion. The next time that we are going to be doing a recorded live for the podcast will be on Friday. So make sure that you're there. Be there. Don't be square. Okay? I want to thank you all for lighting up my gift gallery. I want to thank those who have been tapping the screen. I want to thank you all who have been hitting that follow button. I appreciate every one of you. I must get off at a certain time. You know why? Because I have a client. I have a client. So this schedule and this ball has to keep moving. Okay? So if you want to book me, please look at the pinned post. That's where you can get the information, where you can get either the step-by-step guide or secure your seat in that workshop on the 31st, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Now, on that note, I love y'all. Like play cousins. Y'all have a great and awesome day.